reading this question from the Free State, September 2023. In the diagram, the graphs of F and G are drawn. C and E are the y-intercepts of F and G respectively. The parabola has a turning point at D and cuts the x-axis at A and B. A is also the x-intercept of G. DF is a line parallel to the y-axis, with F a point on G. So that's a 90 degrees. This means that this is 90 degrees. Okay, 5.1.1. Calculate the coordinates of D. We just have to find the x value of the turning point. So this is minus, this is 2 into minus 1 over 2. That is going to give me a 2. Then f of 2 should be equals to negative 1 over 2. 2 squared plus 2 into 2 plus 6. This is equals to 8. So the coordinates of D should be 2 is to 8. 5.1.2. Calculate the distance DF. Well, we said this is 90 degrees, so it means that the x value there should be equals to 2. And then I'm told that F is a point on G. So G of 2 should be equals to minus 2 minus 2. So this is a negative 4. I know that the y value there, that's an 8. And then the y value there, that's a minus 4. DF should be equals to the y that is on top minus the y that is at the bottom. So this is 12 units. Okay. 5.2. For which values of k will f at x equals to k have two positive roots? So from here to the left, these are all the negative x values. So the roots from this point to the left are all negative. And then from here all the way to the right, these are the positive x values. So the roots from this point to the right are all positive. So the solution will not lie to the left. The solution will lie from this point going to the right. Okay, so the coordinates of C must be 0 is to 6 because C is the y-intercept of F. And then I know that the coordinate of D, that is a 2 is to an 8. Okay. So f at x should be equals to a k. F of x minus k is equals to 0. So this means that k shifts the graph of f at x up or down. It is responsible for shifting the graph of f up or down. But it must do that from this point to the right. Because the minute that I touch, I cross over to the side, the root will be negative. So I must focus from point C going to the right. This means that my solutions will lie in between there. K will lie between 6 and then an 8. 5.3. Given that f at x is equals to the derivative of h, determine the x coordinates of the turning point of h. They are telling me that f at x is equals to h of x, and then I know that at the turning point the gradient should be equals to 0. So then this is minus x squared plus 2x plus 6. This should be equals to 0. So they are essentially just looking for the x-intercept. And then I'm just going to multiply everything by a -2. So this is going to be x squared minus 4x, then minus 12. This is x, this is x. The factors of 12 that will give me a 4 should be 6 and 2. That's a minus, that's a positive. So x should be -2, or x should be equals to 6. And then the coordinates of a, that is -2, is to 0. The coordinates of b, that is a 6 and a 0. And then 5.4. Determine the value or the values of x where the gradient of f multiplied by g of x should be less or equals to 0. In order to get something that is less than 0, you must have a negative number or a negative solution. So it means that I need to multiply something that is positive with something that is negative. I will have two scenarios. In the first one, the gradient will be negative and g of x will be positive. On the other scenario, this will be positive and that will be negative. So now I'm going to look at where the gradient of f is negative. From that point going to the right, the gradient is negative. And then is g of x positive there? No, it is not, because g of x lies below the x-axis. So this one, we don't have a solution there. In the second scenario, I am looking for where the gradient of f is positive. The gradient of f is positive all the way to there. And then is g negative? Yes, it is. G is below the x-axis, so it is negative all the way to that point. Because I shouldn't cross this point. The reason for that is because the gradient at the turning point should be equals to 0, and then it's going to change and become negative. So my solution should end there at x is equals to 2. And then now I just need to find the coordinates of a. But I already know that the coordinates of a is a -2. So it means that x should lie between x is equals to 2 and then x is equals to -2. They said it should be less or equals to a 0. So I'm going to include that side, and then the gradient there is equals to 0. So I'm going to include also this side.